What? Hell! How's that reaction? Look at how many look at Idaho's face over there. Yeah, you see this? Like I mentioned in the show, you're peeling a potato. That could be one of his friends right there. Oh my, that's dark right there. What would you eat next to him though? That's the inside of it. That's his blood. Oh my god, my chest is pounding over here. You see that why he's leaving? Also, do you see that sun mark he's got?
Nope, dude, you're eating potato in front of Idaho.
Darwin, did you not notice that? Okay, Kirby. Oh. What was that big potato about though? But oh look at you do realise that's potato, right? Please don't tell me Darwin just eats things out of potatoes. And you'll eat that right in front of him, but it's only in this episode. But you see that Smith friend that Gumball had? But also, is he eating a jacket potato? The skin, I do not like the skin at all. Ugh, it looks moldy.
Those are potato too.
Yeah, what did you expect, Darwin?
French fries were made of French people?
What? How come French people...
Huh?
Oh my...
That...
Wait, what? How are they all coming at... The Tatas bra, what? Oh my, there were some foods out there that I never heard of him. For example, Tatas bravas. I guess they're all French, but I love how that one was just like, French people? How come French people make potatoes? That is kind of racist, I believe. Don't know. Are you flipping serious? You're actually explaining about potatoes right in front of him, even though he probably knows. Oh! Is that giving a FNAF reference? Because I think there is, you know. Oh my, why would you give him a potato to light as a candle? Oh, jeez, poor Idaho. Depressing, am I right? Imagine being a potato today, then. No. No! Are you flipping dumb? The time? Oh, the potato, how much it weighs. That's actually kind of cool. I learned the lesson today. But how can you actually do that? You just put knives and that actually tells the time? Darwin got that out ready. Did he have that in his backpack to be like, Idaho, ask me that question, please? I know. Yummy. Oh, God. Gonna puke.
Maybe you need to think about how other people feel.
Gumball, what?
I eat way too many potatoes.
Dang.
Buddy,
Yeah.
admitting you've got a problem is the first step.
So you see that a lot of episodes, Darwin doesn't eat potato. That's the thing with episodes, right? They go to a certain episode, it's like, I eat this all the time, but in another episodes, I don't really eat them. But Gumball, you just ate a potato. Or is it that he doesn't really eat potatoes that much? He needs to get out to the habit of it, you know? What if Idaho ate fish? That would have been crazy. I think that would be upsetting for Darwin as well. Treat break. But also, I think in the Roots episode, I think they were trying to eat fish right in front of Darwin, and he just went upstairs. So now I completely understand how Idaho feels.
To recovery.
Okay then. Okay. I need a wait, hold up a second. Did you see Terry's face?
Dude, that's not the
I need a therapist. Now it's that to the whole school right there.
And maybe the problem's a lot bigger than you think.
Dad. Yeah, you see that? Could you imagine he's got all that potatoes in this bag? Like, where did he even get them from?
We've cleared out your locker and your desk.
Wait, what? That was in his locker? Hello? Please don't tell me he brings black potatoes every single where. And I'm pretty sure, I'm surprised that Darwin does not even eat Idaho. Whenever you see potato everywhere, even though you just see it in someone's house, I'll be like, my precious, my precious. You still eat that right there. Hell! That's so bad to eat one of your friends right there. Why would you eat potato under your desk? Is Gumball doing that same face from the Guy episode? Kinda.
Thanks for leading me to your secret supply.
Imagine you just had Idaho right. I don't want to imagine what Idaho does. Oh! How many?
Bro, I know this isn't easy.
Also, where should you get a potato from? Please don't tell me that's under his...
I keep getting these horrible devastating mood swings.
But at least Darwin's kind of eating healthy, like potatoes. No, do that cute face again. No. Wow. So I guess he's got over it already. This guy's going cray-cray. So do you viewers understand? He does have a problem. Why with the library? Okay, never mind. I thought... No. Oh, if I... Wow, they made some really cool origamis. Have you seen those tricks about origamis? I think in that one episode, or it might be in another show I used to watch, they did make origamis somewhere, right? But I thought they were actually going to search up potatoes to make Darwin jealous. Like, let's watch some TikTok videos about potatoes, how potatoes are made. Imagine showing that to Idaho right there, but if I search up things to do with your hands, what's more privacy? I like to see that. I'm pretty sure they'll block that. But that's a lot of origamis, though. Oh, it was Paddington that made origamis, I just remember that.
They were coming in today to see Miss Simeon.
Your pet?
No. Never mind.
Okay, that's crazy. I literally thought one of the origamis, the tiny ones, were Terry's parents. I was not expecting the big ones to be like that. Terry should have wondered, what's with the big ones? Huh? They are flipping parents right there. Oh my god. Did you like, oh yes, I really hate Terry so much, I'm just gonna origami your parents right there. Like, how? Did they not even feel that? Are they okay? They could have been like, Terry, it's just alive. But dang, that's a failure. Wait, Dr. Zan, who? Who? Oh my goodness. That is kind of relaxing right there. Imagine having a speaker that just talks to you and you got that look through those headphones. Has anybody got like loudspeakers? The loudest speaker I ever had is somewhere in my home somewhere. Or of course it's somewhere in my home. It's louder. So if I brought that into the reaction, would you really hear it? I'm pretty sure this video will get copyrighted. But the tiny microphone. But with tiny headphones, they're not really comfy unless you don't have ears. Are you really learning from this? It just says, you're feeling sleepy. Are you supposed to be learning about the potato? Gumball, what did you put on? You fell asleep. Seriously? Wow, he's mad at it because of it. Come on, Gumball.
Get those chips out of my face.
So now you're saying, oh. Damn, that's happened before then. Sarah!
Tell you, or will you just admit that you've been eavesdropping?
And Sarah's getting involved again.
Sure do. Just leave it to
Hell.
Dog.
Snoop Dogg!
Okay. Is he
I mean,
here?
would Sarah be a good Snoop Dogg at this rate?
So, we just wait here, or...
What do you even know what to do?
It's a new nickname I'm trying.
Oh, okay. What's your actual surname to the fact that you probably hate it so much? Wait, what did the title say? I misread. That is real how potatoes are made. Die. Bro.
Really? A version therapy
Oh my
advertising with different
goodness.
See?
Wait. That's way better, you know? It's just repeating itself.
Also, maybe it would have worked better if you hadn't wedged my eyes open with french fries.
Yeah, why would you do that then? Potatoes crushed up.
The bright ideas.
Mr. Small's group there?
Oh no, therapy about potato.
Every single one to cure my obsessive personality.
But does anyone get like therapy for like, well, I heard of street therapy, but does anyone get like therapy for like foods that you really eat that much? I need to get out of the habit of it? Never seen that before, but I think that's pretty much Sarah.
Every single one. Haven't missed a week.
I think she's a big fan of Mrs. Mo. Not us fans though. Wait, what's that new post at the
Wait,
front of the
is
door?
this you guys? You can't be a group of two. That's
Well, you've been here before, so what about the other therapist then? Oh, that could have been better.
Oh, I'll start. My name is Sarah, and I am obsessive about.
Oh my gosh, she's the one who got them into
Fan art, Darwin, Gumball, and Darwin.
therapy.
Lists about things I'm obsessed with.
Yes, pretty much then.
helping Darwin to give up potatoes.
I'm pretty sure Sarah's not every therapist to Mrs. Small.
Upsetting Idaho.
Very well. I gave up eating meat using the visualization technique.
Oh, you did eat meat though.
I would
In that one episode, I think?
face. It was
Ooh.
harrowing, but it worked.
Wow. Dan. Oh! That was. Wait, what? That's how we gave up eating meat? You just stare into it, meat, and you can eat. Well, the thing is, if you're trying to get a habit of food, try do that. If there's something food all around me, I would just eat that. Maybe I'll try it one day. What am I eating so much at the moment? Probably everything. I'm gonna just stare into the food and you're like, it might actually work, or it's not working for Darwin. And can you believe that or not? That's how you got the therapy right there. That's kind of crazy.
Eating potatoes anymore.
No, it was really that easy. Wow, and therapy.
What's that?
Why is he got sausages?
Go back to the part where you were saying what a great duo therapy.
Yeah, didn't he just say he gave up eating meat and...
Sausages? If you got
Wow.
sausages hidden under here.
Yeah, all in the paper.
It's not what it looks like. I've been hiding meat around my desk because I can't stop eating it.
Well, even in school hours. You see what I mean by Mr. Small? He's not a good therapist.
This is who I am.
Yeah, just eat a potato because Gumball basically ate a potato. And then you're not even saying anything apart from you're like, Get us away from my face. Like, why are you eating in front of me? Making me a little jealousy. But yeah, you see what I mean by Miss Small not being a good therapist? Because you just said, oh, I can't stop eating meat. And it's hidden under my desk. I eat it for school hours, so I'll eat meat every single day. But I swear this guy's a vegetarian, isn't he? I cannot recall that. Why did it sound crunchy? Because I think potatoes are mushy. Oh my goodness. That is the true meaning. Ah, the intro. We actually got a song over here. Hello, Muppets. Kinda. So, I said Muppets, but it doesn't really have that face looking or anything. Like, you just see a bunch of heads moving up and down, right? It's kind of like Pac-Man, but a bit rounder, you know? Like, a little circle, like sphere shape. Sphere, that's the word I'm looking for. Ooh, would you call me if I cut you into pieces? But it's rare that I do that then. Unless if I'm making family dinner. Nah, it's not really helping. Dang, make it into rice right there. It's that easy. Look at the mirror. Whoa, that was Darwin's Imaginarium right there. Dang.
I need to do this on my own. I'm gonna lock myself in my room
No.
and beat this thing.
You're gonna kill the potatoes right there. You were interested in potatoes in the beginning and you're like, okay, I'm gonna go and hide in my room and destroy them, not eat them anymore. So, now that you didn't learn from Mrs. Watt, you don't need to learn anything after what he said, and he's got meat under him. And then, for that Imaginarium, eating potatoes, you did feel a thing, and you're like, yeah, let's just give it up right now then.
Mr. Small, Darwin just skipped out on the...
Is he still eating the meat? Well, I mean, I'd be the same thing as well. Oh, look at his little backpack. Oh, why is he crying? That's adorable.
You just shut my hand in the locker.
Aww!
So, what was that about Darwin?
That was adorable.
Quit eating potatoes because it was upsetting you. Why would I be upset? I'm not the same potatoes as he eats in the canteen. Are you saying that all potatoes look the same?
Say no.
No? I'm gonna go see Darwin.
This entire time, he wasn't upset. I don't know what's going on in this episode because he looked at Darwin, mushing up potato, eating it. It's like, that's one of my buddies though, but what a line right there. Are all potatoes the same? Jeez!
Oh, it looks like every...
But not all of them are alive though, apart from your parents. We've seen them before.
Darwin is struggling to battle his potato cravings, and you
You
just
see?
let Idaho, the potato, go up and see him.
And you're fine about that then.
So we're good?
Oh! Goodness, but that face he's making. Even Sarah knows about that.
Better put some sunscreen on.
Wow, is it really that hot out there? It is hot today then.
How my fur?
Look,
This ain't
is he getting cooked?
Look at me getting all crispy.
Dang! So that's what happens when I put a potato in the sun.
Remember,
Learned something today.
struggling to resist eating potatoes.
Wow, but...
I have a serious expression and nod really slowly.
So you know what's going on, Gumball. Sarah did all that drawing just for you to understand right there. You didn't understand at the beginning bit. That is kind of crazy if you think about it, but I guess by the end, you will realise that though. And then you're like, the girl who's obsessed with us? I don't want to hear her yapping about all this.
Look like I'm listening to every...
But are you saying it out loud or to,
Now, Gumball,
in your head?
What?
you do realize you said all of that out loud.
Yeah, pretty much.
Think of a good excuse.
But I love how I just went to classroom, freedomly, and then did the... Wait, is he...
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Is he...
Salting the roads for ice.
Yeah, pretty much, or hail.
And it's June.
Wow, that's a lot of...
Okay, so here's the problem.
He's just doing that for no reason.
I'm sorry I didn't have time to build it to scale. So here's
Hold up, so...
I just realized that Idaho is on his way to see the potato starve Darwin.
I know we had new voice actors today. I know we have new voice actors today. I've noticed. But that doesn't mean you're dumb all over again. Sarah was basically trying to tell you this entire time. She did that, all those models up for you, and he just ended up destroying that right there. Sarah, if I were you, I would have gone rage bait at this point.
Idaho is a potato.
Well, exactly! Yes, pretty much! Wow, they really Assaulted Idaho right there. That's crazy. But man, oh, it's a different guy.
Oh no, the truck is out of control.
Oh, but if he ran into Idaho, it's not really a big biggie because he's confident, not looking out, and then. Also, he's got a Joyful Burger Fries logo. You know those hangy things in the car. But yeah, if you did run into Idaho, you wouldn't get squished. The amount of episodes we did see Idaho get crushed. But I love how we're getting another episode about Idaho, even though we had an episode about Anton, the toast. Did you just love how they just get crushed in the end? But not today, because I just mentioned it.
Oh,
It's funny if you think about it, you know. Oh, did the face like Gumball did?
Darwin.
Oh, no, this is becoming a scary movie. But then, Idaho just opened that door, and it's not even locked.
Darwin.
Wow. First time I've ever seen Idaho's backpack. It's kind of cute.
Darwin.
I would eat this potato, would you? Oh, no. Now that you saw the potato, then...
Open up.
Gumball, do you know how to open a door?
Oh, thanks.
Wow. But you did say something about, okay, I'm going to lock myself into a room and never see potatoes again, right? Or have a break from it. Am I right? It's definitely something. It's hard to write those subtitles. No! Oh, you...
Darwin.
He actually ate Idaho! That is... Never mind. Never mind.
What?
Why would... Also...
Fake to show me it's okay to eat potatoes.
Wow.
You're lying.
But look at the detail of Idaho. There's a natural real potato, and he's actually got, yeah, he looks actually real. He's actually got marks, I think it's from the sun. But that's the thing. We see Idaho a lot in the show, and I never see him looking like a real potato over there. But also, why would Darwin eat Idaho? If he actually did that, that is kind of dark if you think about it.
Wait, I thought you were upset at Darwin. No, I was upset at you.
Oh.
I hate that stupid nickname.
Oh.
I thought you were annoyed about the potato thing, or you were annoyed about the potato thing.
Okay. Now, by the end, you learn a lesson.
They'll think you understand. So we're all gonna pretend we didn't hear him say that, right?
Oh my goodness. Sarah's learned that, you know, Gumball just says things out loud. Even a lot of the shows, they're like, I was supposed to be talking in my head, but I'm talking out loud. But, man, this is a crazy episode called The Potato. This entire time, everybody thought that Idaho was upset because of Darwin eating potatoes, or anyone eating potatoes, even us humans. If he was alive in the real world, then I wouldn't be eating potatoes, but I don't really eat potatoes that much. And then I'm trying to, well, it's mostly Darwin because he eats potatoes, everything that's made of potatoes all the time. Like, everything just came from French people. French people! And then I'm trying to get a habit out of it. Like, what was it again? Like, oh, there were so many potatoes in the locker, underneath his desk, in his clothes. And they went to the library to watch some videos all about it. That didn't even learn anything. But Gumball, you're eating potatoes right in front of him. But I'm pretty sure Gumball doesn't really eat potatoes that much that I don't really know of. But then Sarah starts to get involved and starts to get a therapist. Have you ever had a therapist where you go to a therapist to like get the habit of what food you're eating? I heard about food therapy, but that's pretty much it. But you really want to really trust him Mr. Small. I'd rather have a therapist other than him because I think Sarah didn't mention it. Because you've been saying I gave up eating meat by staring into it. You clearly have meat under your desk, and I thought this guy was a vegetarian, so that's confusing. And then he just started eating meat during school hours, and the dog was like, I didn't even learn anything. I might as well eat this potato, but I didn't learn a thing. You were all potato, and there was a song. I kind of liked it, you know. And yeah, let's just say he got himself out of potatoes though. Until Idaho was like, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with you eating potatoes because I'm pretty sure if I were a toast, like, and then someone starts to eat, it's even one of his friends or his family. It's like, if the potato's not alive, then you just eat it. But if I were a toast, then someone eating it, I don't know how I'd feel. It depends if it's dead or whatever. But I love how we're just getting another episode of Idaho, because I think we had that during the bunking episode. And yeah, I kind of like it. I like this episode. It's rather funny actually. But Sarah did all of that just to Gumball to understand, and now you realise at the end, I'd be the same thing too, Sarah. Because I realised we have new voice actors now. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments.